Good morning, I'm Paul Denis. Thank you for joining me. These are our top stories for Vanarts News.
This is Paul Denis. He's a recent 2017 graduate of Vanarts in Vancouver. He tells me that he has always wanted to be a host for a radio station. However, he tells me that while at Vanarts he has learned video production.
I learned a lot while studying at Vanarts. Not only all aspects of radio, but also video. We shot our own news stories, which we wrote, performed in front of a green screen, and edited with Adobe Premiere. On the radio side, we learned a program called Pearly. It's a real cool piece of news software, allows us to write stories and read them on air, and enables us to add audio clips into our newscast. It's really cool.
How did you get interested in radio?
Well, it's a very interesting story. I was a DJ on the virtual world of Second Life.
Really? What is Second Life?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Second Life is a virtual world where you create your own avatar and socialize with other people around the world. In the virtual world, you can get jobs and get paid real money. Some people design avatar clothing and jewelry. Some sell real estate where you can get a job and have your own home. Some even get jobs as DJs and hosts at virtual clubs. That's what I did. Being an entertainer at heart, I taught myself how to use the software Mix. Actually, growing up when I was a kid, I remember being in my room and pretending I wasn't on air at a radio station. Then as an adult, I found Second Life and thought, I want to do this. Not as a job at the time, but as a hobby. I DJ'd for about 4.5 years for about 8 hours a week, doing 2.5 and 4 hour sets at a time. It's funny, but I got better and better all the time. I worked in this club called Club Retro, where we played retro hits of the 70s and 80s. Mostly all billboard stuff, interacting on air to people who came in. They would chat and also send me requests via instant messenger, and I would queue it up for them just like a real radio station would. The customers at the club would ask me if I was a professional radio broadcaster somewhere in the real world. I had to say no, in which they said, you should pursue that because they thought I was pretty good at it. I pondered it for some time, and then I got laid off from my former warehouse job in real life, and that's when I thought, maybe I should go out to school and take a course in broadcasting. And here I am.
We caught up with Paul at his part-time job at the Stevens Company in North Delta, where he is a restocker in the evenings, after school 5 days a week. Paul Denis. Paul, can I get a moment to ask you a few questions?
What are you doing here? I'm very busy putting stock away. I don't have time for this right now. I started here the first day after the U.S. presidential election. It was Wednesday, November 9th, as I recall, and I've been here ever since. Monday to Friday after school from 3:30 to 9:30. It gets really busy here. We're a medical supply company that supplies the hospitals with things like needles, gauzes, medical equipment, and even condoms. Lots and lots of condoms. So guys, if you need 140 condoms at a time, I can hook you up. I got lots of stuff to put away, so I have to get back to work. Sorry, but I have to get back to work. You're not even supposed to be here. I can get into a lot of trouble. Please leave. We can pick up this interview later at the studio.
Just one more question.
Put the camera away. I think my boss is coming. Quiet. Quiet.
Paul, come on, get back to work. Stop standing around and talking. Work. Paul, get back to work.
Paul even set up his own video studio. He showed me around. He tells me he bought the green screen and lights from Amazon and got a teleprompter app for his tablet called Parrot. He got a remote for the teleprompter and records his video using a Samsung Galaxy Grand Prime.
And this is my tablet here that has a teleprompting mode on it. So it's when you start it up, you can stop it, start it, stop it, start it. You can change the font size, you can change the speed, you can, everything you can with the remote I showed you. And yes, again, there's the lights. I know they're quite bright. Turn them off. 1 second. There you go. There's the lights. There.
What was school like at Vanarts?
School was fun, although it was a lot of hard work. We were on air doing a variety of different jobs every day, like news, traffic and weather, sports, and hosting and co-hosting and video production. We had great teachers. Dave Smith, who ran the broadcasting side and would critique us every time we were on air. Scott Hastings was our video teacher. He taught us how to use Adobe Premiere and how to set up cameras and microphones for our video shoots. I also can't forget Kyan Smith, who, although left Vanarts to pursue another one of his passions, taught us audio production and voice-over for commercials and Adobe Audition. One of my teachers, Marty Strong, came from a local radio station that I was a frequent listener of back in the 90s on Rock 101 here in Vancouver. And he's also the narrator of Jade Fever. And it was an absolute thrill to learn from him. Marty would also critique our on-air work and give us lectures on how to become a better broadcaster.
What type of job would you dream of having?
I've always dreamed of working for a classic rock station, but I would take almost any job just to get my foot in the door.
Anything more to add from your experience?
Yeah, just one more thing. Live from the Vancouver Institute of Media Arts, it's graduation night.
It's graduation night with Minnie Miller, the Hill Moyer, Zane Buchanan, Paul Denis, June Sue, Oz Garib, Adam Kordick, Justine Gosling, and featuring musical guest Wizzo T. And now, here is your Vanarts Radio Broadcasting graduation class of 2017.